Hi everyone, my name's Natalie, and today I'll be giving you a quick rundown on everything that you need to know for client interviewing. So client interviewing is actually one of my favorite competitions that SULS runs, and the reason for that is because it's very much focused on the human dimensions of law, the soft skills of becoming a lawyer or any other profession really. These are all skills that you'll need regardless of where you end up in life. And so what client interviewing actually is that it's a stimulation of your first meeting with a client. A potential client, I should say. And the purpose of the interview is for you to get to know each other a bit better and for you to ask questions to understand the issues that they're currently facing, as well as discuss the potential pathways in which you can help them resolve their issues, with the goal that they ultimately, retain you as a lawyer. And so how it works is it's essentially just 30 minutes, and there will be a lot of different factual situations that you uncover. And to make it just a bit extra fun, there will be secret facts as well, where you have to ask very specific and tailored questions to really be able to get those facts out. And in that time, you'll be running through, ironing out the description of the problem, getting an understanding of what they actually want, from you and from starting legal action, or what they want out of the situation, and then giving your legal advice in that way and making sure that at the end of it, they've reached an informed, decision, or they know more about their circumstances, and then hopefully they retain you. And so what you're judged on is based on these various things. So most importantly, starting off is the working atmosphere, and so essentially facilitating an environment that your client feels comfortable in sharing, ensuring that you navigate that fine line between friendly and professional, and just making sure that you build that rapport and that trust. And the next thing that you'll be judged on is how well you can find out all the different parts of the problem. And so often clients don't know what's relevant to their matter. They don't know what material facts are. They just, they can sometimes just be a bit lost in terms of what they need to tell you. And so you need to make sure that when you're questioning them, you're asking both open and closed-ended questions that are important, and so you can make sure that you get all the important facts out. And so you'll be judged on how well you describe the problem, as well as how well you understand their goals and expectations. After that, you'll be judged on how well you can analyze their problem, as well as any moral and ethical issues that come up. And so how you address those with both either legal or non-legal courses of actions will be really important in terms of how well the interview goes, and at the end of it, how informed the client's choices is also another aspect of it, and how well you conclude the meeting. After that, you'll also be given a quick moment to just debrief with your partner and then produce a reflection. So you can kind of show a bit of insight into how you think you went and how you think you can improve next time. And these are all the various things that will come into play with client interviewing. In terms of the actual structure of it, how it works is that a few days before the round, you'll be given a memo, which is very brief from your secretary, who will say just something like, Jane called up the other day and you've got a meeting with her on Thursday. She has troubles at work at the moment. Something like that. And you'll essentially get, those couple of days to do a bit of preliminary research. It's very broad research on any work issues, unfair dismissals, anything that you think can come up. It's very much open to your interpretation, and it very much, they want you to be thinking on your feet. That's part of it. So the meeting itself will only be 30 minutes long, and after that you'll get around 5 minutes to debrief and then 10 minutes to do your reflection. 30 minutes might sound like quite a decent amount of time, but with this competition, what you might find is that time flies very quickly, especially when you're having fun and talking to someone. And so what's important in terms of your preparation is to ensure that you've got a scaffold in place, as well as different time frames. At what point, say the 10th minute or whatever, you want to reach this point, blah, 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 and making sure that you have that time in there in place so that when you're doing the competition, you don't, lose track of time. That's pretty much, a very big overview of the competition as a whole. In terms of any sort of tips and tricks I have, honestly, just have fun, because if you're enjoying your work and you are open to speaking to your client, it will show and they'll trust you, and it'll be a really nice working environment for everyone. And at the end of the day, you're just there to try and get to know each other a bit better. So don't stress too much about the law and just focus on delivering a friendly but professional interview.